For those of you who might have missed it this morning, Twitch put out at 3:57 a.m. my time, so California, where they're based. At least I believe they're based in California. This would have been right at 2:57. So 3 in the morning, they post this little article and blog post. Little spoiler, whenever a big corporation publishes a press conference or rather a press statement at 3 in the morning, they're trying to hide it. They try to bury it at 3 a.m. so that people don't see it and move on. This isn't gambling drama. This is something separate and different that's just a different thing. Yesterday, they like decided to jump on the gambling thing, try to address that. They made a lot of people happy, and then a lot of the gambling streamers really upset. I've said this before. I actually played Apex Arenas with a guy, very, very nice guy, that was a streamer who got started in the gambling scene, and he had gotten like 10,000 followers on Twitch, and he used to have, he said, like 500 concurrent viewers, because he would do these gambling streams and he would just give out part of his winnings to his chat. So people would come in and get money for free just for being there, and he was getting lots of views from it. Problem is, Twitch doesn't want that anymore. And they started banning channels that did that, and they started doing all sorts of stuff. So his channel like exploded. Now he can't get more than like 3 viewers concurrent at a time, because the only reason his chat was in there to try and get free handouts. Makes sense. They didn't really care about him. They just wanted the money. So that's a whole separate thing. But now they've like banned, I think, roulette and a couple of other gambling games. We'll see how that actually goes. Streamers are resourceful and they figure stuff out no matter what. So we'll see. As for this article, what they were addressing was monetization for a subset of partners. And basically what they do is they talk at length in this post about a ton of different stuff with the revenue splits, and they touch on how the premium deals were handed out, which basically means for like huge streamers like Hassan or XQC or Nick Merckx, those guys get special deals with Twitch that are not made public, that nobody really talks about, that allow them to make bigger splits. So like whenever we make partner, if they ever get back to me on my application, we would go to like a 70-30 split. So for every sub, I would take $3, Twitch would take $2. Right now it's $2.50 to me, $2.50 to Twitch. If you're like Hassan or Nick Merckx or XQC or one of those big streamers, they negotiate a special deal with you and you can pocket like $3.50 out of 5. In some cases up to $4 out of 5. Which is just kind of weird, because it's like, so the biggest streamers, the guys that don't need the money, they're getting extra money? Like what? It doesn't really make a lot of sense. And they admit in this article that was always very, very secretive, and they never talked about it publicly, and they regret that lack of transparency. So they're going to try to get rid of those. What they say is, in an ideal world, all streamers would be on the same set of terms regardless of size. However, instituting that policy would have a negative impact on the streamers currently on these terms, many of whom were instrumental in helping us build the Twitch we know today. These streamers have come to depend on the additional revenue split to maintain their standard of living. I would agree. Like, don't rip the rug out from under somebody. If they're used to making $300,000 a month, and then you're going to change that so they make $200,000 a month or $250,000 a month, then yeah, they might have obligations that would, live to that. You can't just take it away immediately, but you can ease it out and warn them that it's going to go away. What they say is, for these streamers still on these premium deals, we're adjusting the deal so they retain their 70-30 split revenue share split for the first $100,000 earned through this subscription revenue. Revenue above 100K will be split at the standard 50-50. We're announcing this change now, but it won't go into effect until after June 1st, 2023. Okay, after that point, streamers will only be affected once their existing contract is up for renewal. All streamers with these terms have already received this information and more via email, and we will make sure to give them exact updates and timelines as we get closer. Okay, For approximately 90% of streamers on standard agreements with premium subscription terms, this change will not affect them at their current revenue. Okay. Our recent bump in ads revenue share to 55% is a great way for these larger streamers to make most, if not all of that, make up most, if not all of that revenue. Basically, they're trying to cut the pay for streamers, and then they're saying that they're going to make it up with higher ad revenue splits. The reason I have a problem with this, and you guys have probably noticed this, Twitch as a platform, the whole thing with like ads on Twitch doesn't make any sense to me. It's a live platform. You guys like pop into chat, like Baron, good to see you. Thanks for coming by from the video. And you like click on the stream and then you get an ad that plays for you. That doesn't make any sense. Or like we're talking about something or we're in a game and we're having a great time and something cool happens and then an ad hits and you're just screwed. Like you can't skip it. You miss that content. You can't rewind because it's live. Ads on the video are the worst. Like it doesn't make any sense for live content. It just doesn't. Other monetization policies are great. Figure that out. But it just doesn't make sense. And it really hurts the viewer experience. I know for a fact, like I would want to pop in to see what a streamer is doing. Like, oh, I want to see what Asmongold's playing today. And I click on it and then I've got to sit through 6 ads. And by the time the second one's over, I'm like, screw this. And I close off of it. You know? It just doesn't really work that well. And this is what's really delicious. When we first established a 50-50 revenue split, because in response to this is what they're saying in response to people asking, why not give everybody a 70-30 split? Why not give the little guy 70-30 and the big guys get 50-50 full stop? Like, why not do that? You know? Yeah, Twitch played like 3 ads while you were explaining Valhalla. I didn't hear most of it. Oh, I'm sorry, Peter. Like, exactly. Like, that's my point. It drives me crazy and it's stupid. And now they're doing it where we can't, like streamers can't turn it off. They're overriding our will. The only way you can get past them is if you sub, which is very intentional. You know, they set it up that way for a reason. So at the time of this posting, more than 22,000 of you have weighed in on User Voice, which is like their poll that they sent out to streamers, asking us to move all streamers to a 70-30 split and to pay streamers faster. Right now, it's like, it's in arrears and it takes about a month to get it. So I don't know when my payout comes. I think it's like maybe the 20th or the 23rd or it's something like that. They will pay for the month previous, if that makes sense. North Polia, thank you for the sub. Appreciate you. So they go to the latter part first, paying faster. It just, who cares? Yeah. And then they talk about the cost of service and they say live video costs X amount if you stream 200 hours a month, so 50 hours a week, which is not very many people that do that, for the record. It's more than $1,000 per month in maintenance. We don't typically talk about this because frankly, you shouldn't have to think about it. We'd rather you focus on doing what you do best. But to fully answer the question of why not 70-30, ignoring the high cost of delivering the Twitch service would have meant giving you an incomplete answer. So they just say it's really expensive to run this website. And that's why we're not going to pay you more. Meanwhile, they've pocketed, and I think they say this in the comments. Meanwhile, they are making billions. Their revenue alone was up like 40% last year. Let's see, where is it? Somebody mentioned it. I don't see. I don't see it. Yeah, people being like, so when's the next quarter profits announcement? All these big streamers like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? The whole thing is just a bit of a joke. So, what is this? What's Harris saying? Oh, wait, hold on.
I think.
All partner sub splits changed to 50-50. Yeah. This is Harris Heller. If you don't know him, he does a lot of like live streaming advice, and he's like a YouTuber. He moved over to YouTube gaming. He's got great production value. And if you're ever looking for like tech advice on how to set stuff up, go to him. I went to him to figure out how to set up my Go XLR to have a 2 PC setup. He does really good stuff. Love you, Harris. He's great. And he did this video where he was predicting all of this. Why would Twitch remove exclusivity? Twitch believes it's the best move to retain or remain the top streaming platform. It's not the best for Twitch. It's a sneaky way to make a ton of money while all the big streamers are leaving and stop the bleeding. Okay. People are leaving Twitch for YouTube and their Twitch partnership. Subscriptions don't end because cost per subscription goes way down.
I think.
And then all partner splits change to 50-50. It's absolutely true. I mean, what they're doing effectively is they're just going to slash the pay for the top streamers, which cry me a river, who gives a shit. But then they're not raising the pay for the little guys, which is just a bad look. And then they explain all of this by just saying, we're just going to play more ads, and then we'll let you make up the difference with the extra ads. But everybody agrees the ads on Twitch are toxic AF. And ruin the experience. Like, it's just awful. But there's not, I mean, we can't do anything about it. It just is what it is. Stuff like this, yeah, Nick Merckx. The fuck are you doing, man? What is it? Jacksepticeye, what a mess. Owned by Amazon and acting like some amateur platform. It's no wonder why so many of your partners are jumping ship to YouTube. YouTube Gaming, hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Having a feeling you are. So everybody gets a 70-30 split up until 100,000? No, that's not what they're saying. You only get the 70-30 split up to 100K if you have that special contract with Twitch already. Like if you're a Nick Merckx or an XQC. If you're one of those guys, you're good. You'll still make 70-30 up to 100 grand. But if you're not one of those guys and you don't have the special contract with them already, you won't get it. And then when you re-sign, this will go away. Thought this might be good news, and that I maybe wake up or I'd have a way to go from 50 to 60-40 to 70-30, but a 3 a.m. press release is never good news. Thanks for letting me know why this trillion-dollar corporation can't afford to pay their creators as much as other platforms. For real. And that's the thing to remember is YouTube makes, I think they pay 70-30 on memberships. OnlyFans pays like 80-20. It's like, this has been a thing. Like, everybody knows it's expensive to run an online platform like this, but it just, like, to some extent, if you like, you're still asking, yeah, exactly, you're still asking YouTubers and streamers to spend dozens or even hundreds of hours on your platform, and time again, Twitch just ruins. Like, they cut the pay and compensation, and then they do all of this stuff to protect the big guys so they don't leave, and then they do nothing to help the little guy, and it's just frustrating. And all the while, they're doing things to make the viewer experience worse. Like, just the fact that they're trying to say this is okay because we're going to play more ads, that alone is enough to make me go, maybe we move over to YouTube. Like, I appreciate the hell out of everybody who has subbed and everybody who has done all this. But like, we have that second channel on YouTube where we post the live stream clips and we do all of that. Maybe the play is to go to YouTube and just keep it all in on one platform. Because, I mean, at some point, after how many times of Twitch screwing up and showing that they just don't give a crap, when do we start to listen? You know, like, and that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, what has Twitch done in the last 5 years where I'm like, oh yeah, that's really good. That's really good for creators. That's a good step forward. I really don't know. I don't know. It's just sucky. Yeah, YouTube Premium's a must. I don't know how people live without it. I'll be real, but I'm spoiled then again. I don't know how people deal with it. If I could pay like $10 to Twitch to have no ads across the whole platform, cool. And then whenever I pop into a streamer's stream, like, they get a little kickback, like I watched the ads, but I didn't have to sit through them. That would be great. But they don't do anything like that. They want you to pay $5 to each and every streamer, more depending on where you live, because they changed that too. And then they will take ads off for that one streamer. But the second you pop into another stream, you got to pay $5 again to get rid of it. And that's only for the month. Yeah, if you're tech savvy and willing to have some fun experimenting, Pi-hole is the ideal solution to ad block network wide, theoretically easy. Never tried it yet. Raspberry Pis have been out of stock for 2 years now. Yeah, for real. That, or a lot of companies like NordVPN have support for it, and are actually very robust. I've actually had a lot of luck with NordVPN, not just because they're a sponsor, but they were a sponsor, so I got to experiment with it a lot. And I've had a ton of success doing network-wide blocking. But I use YouTube Premium because I like to be able to download the videos like on my phone and listen to them like podcasts, turn off the screen and let it keep playing, stuff like that. So I'm a big fan of that. Again, I don't think I could go back to not having YouTube Premium. I'm so used to it at this point. It is weird though. Like I kind of get out of touch with what's going on. Like I don't see ads for stuff ever. So like, cause I don't watch TV, and then I'm not watching a lot of Twitch because I hate the ads, and I don't watch YouTube ads because I have YouTube Premium. So like I very rarely see the ads for like this new movie coming out. So something will come out. I'm like, what? That's happening? I had no idea. You know, you're kind of out of touch with it, but it's a good problem to have. Yep, I haven't missed a single month since they launched it as YouTube Red years ago. Can't go back. Yeah, exactly. I started on YouTube Red. I still every once in a while accidentally call it YouTube Red. I much enjoy seeing YouTube live streams more than Twitch. Being able to rewind on the fly is awesome for passively watching. That's kind of what I think. Luke, look at what Ludwig is doing on YouTube. He basically made a Twitch stream just on YouTube. It could be done. Yeah, and the reason, just for everybody, like people ask all the time, why didn't you just go to YouTube? Like, why didn't you just start? And the reason that I didn't was because, like, in my experimentation, YouTube, if you have one big channel, so like my main channel, and then that main channel is where I post all of my big videos and where the high effort stuff goes in. If I start streaming off of that, people will get recommended the stream, but if they're not somebody that wants to watch that stream because my streams and my regular content are different, they will not click on that stream and they'll go to something else. And that's a problem because YouTube then looks at that and says, wow, this viewer isn't interested in Luke's stuff. I've shown him this live stream 5 times. He hasn't clicked on it, so we'll stop recommending Luke. And then it buries down. It's okay if your main content is basically the same as your live content, but it doesn't really work if your main content is something else. What we've done in the last few months, though, is build out this Luke Stevens live YouTube channel, which if you do / links in the chat, you can get links to that. And that is a channel that we're starting to build out that just focuses on live stream content, live stream highlights, and stuff like that. So what I think we would do is just start streaming on that channel and building that out further, because then the videos from that channel are still in the same vein as the live stream, and then we stream on there, and then people can get, you know, YouTube stuff all in one place. And on top of all of that, it doesn't mess with the main channel because it's on a separate channel, so you know it works. For the people I watch most, which includes you, Stevens, I really don't mind ads, especially if it's something I'm interested in. Well, I appreciate that. And, you know, I think you're a better man than I, because I'm like, I'll pop in to watch a streamer, and if those ads are too aggressive and it's like 3 minutes of ads and I just wanted to pop in to see what they're doing, I'm like, screw this, I'm good. Screw this. Bro, speaking of ads, I just see the stream picture slowly get smaller and a ad pop up for HBO Max. Yeah, they do that where it moves to the chat and then the ad plays so you can see that you're missing stuff. Yeah, exactly. Zillion, hey, Luke, finally made a Twitch account so I can join in one of the live streams. That's great because we're, as we're talking about maybe potentially moving to YouTube because of all this stupid Twitch crap. It's just my overarching point is just, at some point after like years of Twitch consistently doing stupid stuff, I'm just annoyed as hell. Twitch Turbo allows for no ads. Well, there you go. So I stand corrected. That is a thing. How much is it? Is it like $5-10? I mean, that alone, I'm amazed that I haven't heard about this. I don't see a way to sign up. Twitch Nitro or Turbo, sorry. $8.99 a month. $8.99 a month. This ad-free viewing with limited exceptions. No pre-rolls, mid-rolls, companions, no display ads. You may still be presented with promotions and ads. Okay. Chat badge. Okay, you get the battery. You get the battery. Okay. Interesting. That's how a Wither knew about it. A Wither's got the badge. Emotes and whatever. Custom chat username colors. Cool. Extended broadcast storage. Save your past broadcasts on Twitch for 60 days. So you're basically paying for that feature of being a partner. I don't know, but the fact that I haven't heard about this is bizarre to me. Like, why is it? Like, it feels like it should be one of these options. I don't know. Well, I stand corrected. So that is a thing. I'm amazed that I hadn't heard about it before. But that's a thing. No, Schmex, I am still waiting on finding out if we. Yeah, right here. Click. Come on. See? In review. Still in review. For those of you not aware, we applied the first week of August. They said we'll get back to you within 7 business days. It's been more than that. So I'm a little unimpressed with this. But I mean, again, it's just one more example of, like, Twitch's page for that partnership application has been the same for years, and they've never changed something as simple as how quickly they'll get back to you. It's just amazing. Like, it's owned by Amazon. It's a billion-dollar company. It's insane. Yeah, we'll add a timer to the stream about partner wait time. At this point, it's unbelievable. I'm amazed. 7 Irish working days. Yeah, exactly. It's just amazing.